Welcome back, everybody. We took a week off because it was 4th of July. Hope everyone had a good one. But now we're back with UFC Nashville full card predictions. Let's get into it. Starting from the top, guys, a fan favorite, almost everybody's favorite. The Black Beast, Derek Lewis, makes his return to the octagon, taking on Taliesin Teixeira. Alright, guys, first up, there's a 15-year age difference in this fight. Derek Lewis is 40, Teixeira is 25. Now, guys, with the heavier divisions, you do see guys fight until the age of 40 or even older in some cases. In a heavyweight fight, 25 minutes, you're giving me Derek Lewis at plus money, good plus money, 225, 25 minutes to knock someone out. Teixeira is huge. He's 6'7", but I mean, he only has one UFC fight. He has a Contender Series fight or something like that, and then a UFC fight. You're telling me, you're giving me Derek Lewis with the experience that he has. Does this guy have the grappling of DC? Does he have the striking of Gane? Does he have the power of Ngannou? Derek Lewis fought the who's who of the last 10 years at heavyweight division. So I'm going to keep this short and simple. Give me Derek Lewis by KO in this one. Co-main event, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson taking on Gabriel Bonfim. Another fight where there is 15 years of age difference in a fight. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, 42 years of age. Gabriel Bonfim is a right 27 years old. All right, he's just entering his prime here. Let's be honest, guys. We've seen it in his last few fights. Wonderboy is slowing down on us. He's usually extremely active, right, when he was younger, but last 3 years, we only see him in the octagon 3 times. He's coming off a brutal KO to Buckley, and he's not a guy that gets finished. He is extremely hard to finish. It was only Buckley KO'd him and Pettis KO'd him. Other than that, I think he did lose by submission in a fight before, but 26 professional fights, only being finished 3 times. He's a tough nut to crack. That is for sure, but I think Gabriel Bonfim gets this one done either by submission or decision. He has the tools to take him down. Wonderboy's at 42 years old at welterweight, guys. You don't want to cut that weight no more. Your body, whether you want to fit mentally, physically, you don't want to. Your body's not going to allow you to cut that weight anymore without having some difficulties. Give me Bonfim in this one by submission or decision. Next fight, Calvin Kattar taking on Steve Garcia. Guys, Steve Garcia is on a nasty win streak. 5 fight win streak, 5 KOs. If I'm being completely honest, Calvin Kattar has looked awful since coming back from his knee injury. I believe it was an ACL, could have been an MCL, but either way, a nasty leg surgery, and since that, he has looked honestly terrible. I can't believe the odds are honestly this close. If this fight was made before that knee surgery, I think Calvin Kattar would have been minus like 500, but he's looked washed, man. He really does. It sucks to say. I grew up watching Calvin Kattar, but it's Stevie Garcia time. Stevie Garcia isn't even that young of a fighter. He's 33 years old. I don't personally think he's a title level fighter, but I do think he gets it done versus Calvin Kattar, who's on his way out, guys. After this fight, if Calvin Kattar announces retirement, I would not be surprised. Give me Steve Garcia. Now, I will say this. Calvin Kattar, I think the only time he lost by TKO, was when he tore his ACL versus Arnold Allen. So he is tough, all right? Even after that leg injury, people still can't finish him. So I will say Steve Garcia, he has power in those hands. He's nasty with them, but I think I'm going to edge out a decision in this one. Garcia is honestly, stat-wise, he's more accurate. He gets hit less. He lands more, but it's versus worse competition, all right? He obviously hasn't versed Max Holloway and Aljamain Sterling and guys like that, championship-level fighters. He just hasn't fought. So Calvin Kattar has the experience, but coming off that leg injury now, I know it's his 3rd fight after, but he just doesn't look good. I cannot put any hard-earned money or pick Calvin Kattar to win a fight anytime soon. Give me Steve Garcia in this one. Next fight, guys, Morgan Charrier taking on my guy, Nate the Train Landwehr. Got to keep it non-biased. Nate Landwehr is 8 years older. He's 37 years old. He's getting up there in age, but I still think he has some bangers left in him. Morgan Charrier, I believe he's 2-2 in the UFC. Nate Landwehr, he's win-lose, honestly, but he did have a nice little win streak. There's one thing you need to know. USA versus France. I said this in the past, and 9 times out of 10, it's right. USA always beats France. If you know anything about history, always go with the American versus the French, alright? Give me Nate Landwehr in this one. Charrier has the grappling. They both mix it up extremely well, but Nate Landwehr is a dog, and I think it's going to turn into a dog fight. Give me Nate Landwehr. Woo, woo. Next fight, Victor Petrino taking on Austin Lane here, guys. Another crazy age difference, 10 years of age difference. Austin Lane, 37. Petrino, 27. Petrino was looking like he was going to be the next best thing at the 205 division, but now he's moving up to heavyweight for this one after 2 losses in a row. Let's be honest here. I truly just don't think Austin Lane is UFC talent. I really don't. He has looked terrible in a heavyweight division. Petrino showed glimpses of being good at 205, and honestly, if you can be good at 205, you're going to probably dominate at heavyweight until you get versed extremely heavy guys. Give me Petrino in this one. I think he's actually a UFC talent, even though he has 2 losses in a row. I think this is if Petrino wins, Austin Lane's getting cut, but I truly think this is the last UFC fight for the loser on this bout. Next fight, guys, Junior Tafa taking on Tuco Tokos. And guys, this fight is the shitter battle of the card. All right, these guys are terrible. Junior Tafa making his debut at the 205 division. 6-3. I don't really even know. I think the UFC just wanted to stack Aussie cards, so they just signed regional fighters from there, because I truly don't know how Tafa got into the UFC. Tokos has not had success in the UFC, but I can see how he made it. Tafa couldn't have success in the heavyweight division. Now he's going down to the 205 division. Let's be real here. If you're not finding success in the heavyweight division, it's going to be even harder in the 205 division. You're cutting weight. Tafa is going to lose his power with cutting all that weight. His speed's not going to compare to guys at 205. I think Tokos, he's had a terrible UFC career so far, but competition has been way better for Tokos. Give me Tokos in this one. Next fight here, Max Griffin taking on Chris Curtis. I don't know if Chris Curtis has fought at welterweight before, but in the UFC, I know he's only fought at middleweight. So this is Chris Curtis' middleweight UFC debut. Let's see how it goes, man. Chris Curtis, he's a big dude. I wonder how he's going to look on the scale. I'm recording this on Monday, so the pick may change, but I'm going Chris Curtis. I think his competition is way better than what Max Griffin has been facing. Max Griffin just actually lost to Michael Chiesa in 2024. All respect to Michael Chiesa, but if you're losing to Michael Chiesa in 2024, I'm not picking you to win any fight anytime soon. Battle of the old heads here, 39-37. Chris Curtis is coming off some losses, but like I said, the competition is way better than what Max Griffin has been fighting. Both these guys extremely durable. I say extremely durable. Chris Curtis might lose a little bit of durability, dropping weight, but we'll see what happens. But I think the play here is this fight to go to distance. I think Chris Curtis is going to win this fight. I don't think he's going to get no KO or anything like that, so give me Chris Curtis by decision. Next fight, guys, Jake Matthews taking on Chidi. Jake Matthews, man, he's been in the UFC since 2014, and he is only 30 years old. This man has seen UFC experience, UFC level fighters since a kid, pretty much. I truly think this is Jake Matthews' fight to lose, and he's the underdog in this one. I don't know how. Spoiler alert, he's going to be the hammer play in this one. At plus money versus Chidi, like what? I don't really think Chidi's that good. Now don't get me wrong, I don't think Jake Matthews is a world beater either, but I think he has way more ways to win this fight. He mixes up the grappling very well. Chidi does have more output on the feet, in my opinion, but Matthews, he's 6 years younger. He has a way better resume. I don't understand this line. Maybe I'm a little biased with Jake Matthews, but he's fought guys like Sean Brady, where Chidi, I don't really know who his best competition is, but I promise you it's no one near Sean Brady. Jake Matthews mixes into grappling extremely well. He can kickbox pretty good as well. Give me Jake Matthews to win this fight by decision. Next fight, guys. This seems like the old versus the young, this card. But Lauren Murphy taking on Eduarda Mora. 10-year age difference. Lauren Murphy kicking it at 41 years old. Mora is 31 years old. And guys, I don't understand the odds in this one, all right? Mora has 3 UFC fights, and honestly, no one near the level of Lauren Murphy. She's 2-1 in those fights. Lauren Murphy, 3 years ago, just fought for a title, then she went on to beat Miesha Tate, and then she lost to Jessica Andrade. This is her first fight in 2024. Based off the odds, how do you not take Lauren Murphy at plus 450? Give me Lauren Murphy in this one, just by decision. I don't think anyone's going to get finished in this fight. The level of competition Lauren Murphy has fought, and Mora in her 4th UFC bout being minus 700, that's insane to me. Give me Lauren Murphy plus 450. Next up, the African Savage Kennedy Nzechukwu taking on Walter Walker. Walter Walker, the brother of Johnny Walker, guys. This is a test of battles here. Striker versus grappler. I know Walker is Johnny Walker's brother, who's mostly a striker, but since Walter has joined the UFC, he's been mostly a grappler, and he's had success, man. He really has. He's 2-1 UFC. The African Savage, he was fighting at 205, went up to heavyweight, and he has had success so far, looking at 2-0 in the heavyweight division. If Kennedy can keep this on the feet, I think he's going to outclass Walker on the feet, but I don't know how much he is going to be able to keep this on the feet. Walker's a big dude. So is the African Savage. Don't get me wrong. Honestly, he's 6'5". I don't really know how he was making 205 with that frame. Walker's a big dude. He's a monster. And I don't know if he's going to be able to stop them takedowns in Nzechukwu. I really don't. I think Walker has a clear path to victory in this one. and I like it. Give me Walker by decision in this one. Maybe even a submission, but I'm going Walker by decision. Next up, Mitch Ramirez taking on Mike Davis, guys. Mitch Ramirez is only in the UFC because he took a short notice fight versus Thiago Moises. Now, I will say that he is 0-1 in the UFC. Like I say, just lost to Moises. But he was on the Dana White Contender Series and got knocked out. But he got knocked out by Carlos Pratt. He was versing Savages, all right? So, to be fair, I think both those guys I just named, Moises and Pratt, are a lot better than Mike Davis. But we know Mike Davis is a UFC talent. We know he can survive with the UFC level guys. I don't know about Mitch Ramirez. The odds speak for themselves. Mike Davis minus 1100. Give me Mike Davis in this fight. How do I think he does it? He's probably going to get a KO in this one if we're being for real. Give me Mike Davis by KO. Last but not least, Klein taking on Martinez. And guys, Klein's minus 1200. I don't know if this ESPN app's bugging out or not, but both these chicks are 1-1 in UFC. I don't know how Klein's minus 1200. She's already lost in her career. This is insane. Minus 1200, a prelim opener. The curtain jerker. Minus 1200 in women's MMA. You're playing a game of punch face. They're acting like this chick's prime Ronda Rousey or something. Give me Martinez by decision. This is ridiculous. Who made her minus 1200? I didn't care to do research. It's both these chicks are probably gonna be out the UFC in like 5 years. This is insane. Minus 1200. Who does Vegas think this chick is? She already lost. Martinez has a win in the UFC. She's 1-1. Klein's 1-1. Maybe I didn't look into it and Martinez took this fight on short notice, but other than that, I mean, this is ridiculous. Give me Martinez plus 700. Easy money. That does it for UFC Nashville full card predictions. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, whatever you're on. Tell your degenerate uncle this is where to make money. Let's go.